1/2 oatmeal. These are handy because they have the milliliters on one side. This is Rubbermaid. So they have the milliliters one side and they have the cups marked. And going to 1/2 on the other side. Just some cooked oats, store brand. I don't really have money. It's summer, it's that time of the year. I just hope and pray that this time next year I have my crap together finally. That'd be good. Okay. I'm going to keep things simple with the coffee today because I got things to do. Store brand Splenda. Hello, hello. Open up my reserve coffee. That's a bad time. But again, it's the summer. That's what happens. Okay, I got a little bit left in there. Okay, water's ready. I got a water boiler. Those are nice. I used to microwave my water all the time. This is much better. I feel like from an energy standpoint, but also from a set and forget it is really good. Okay, that seems like enough coffee for today. Alright, now across the window. Okay. So, I try to keep it a little fancy for weekend breakfast. So we did the quick oats. And throw in some almonds. Just some great value almonds from Walmart. Alright. Just a bit. Put some berries in the mix. Cinnamon. Not too much. Just a little smattering. Okay, so I like to have a little something in addition to my oatmeal. Usually I try to make that fancy too on weekends. On weekdays, it's usually some Belvita or knockoff Belvita, but so I can better ration that, and also so it's a little more fun. I like to change it up on weekends. So, Food Bank has been helpful for that. They like to give you a lot of bread and varied kinds of bread. One time we even got some croissants. That was a fun weekend. So some flat bagels. Alright. Flat bagel. Weekend oatmeal. Regular coffee. And water. That's going to be breakfast today. I guess either try to do a little extra. Alright, let's do a little extra. We got some time. So, well, you know what? I'm just going to have to do a cooking line at some point where I have a proper amount of time, because I don't want to do the mistake where I think I have time, I don't, and then end up in a rush. So we'll just keep it simple. Alright, let's get that water. So again, this is a Rubbermaid. Tupperware. What's really cool is on this side it has the milliliters, on that side it has the cups. So I'm going to do a cup of water that's effectively that line there in the middle. But yeah, I so much rather do oatmeal like this. That water boil isn't just great for the coffee, but it's also way better for the oatmeal. Because previously I used to microwave the oatmeal, and that was hard to figure out. So now I like to just set it and flip this part and steam it for a bit. But yeah, that used to be like so annoying having to clean up oatmeal splatters. I don't like waiting for coffee anymore. So I pretty much fill half of this up with hot water and the other half with just room temperature water. I do not feel like waiting for coffee anymore. I used to spend like 40 minutes, it felt like, waiting for my coffee to get cool enough to drink. I don't have that kind of time. That's one thing I learned from grad school is I don't have that kind of time. Oh yeah, I don't really trust my table. Daniel Williams said hello. Hello, Daniel Williams. So I'm leaving the liquids over here till I'm ready for them. I got a Brita, and I keep watering Folgers bottles because I don't like waiting for the Brita to fill up. I like to just let it do its own thing. All right, moving on over to the living room. I got a lot of things to figure out today. But it's pretty similar to yesterday, so that's good. Yesterday worked out okay. Unlike yesterday, we don't have as much time for eat and chill because I have to do something earlier in the day than yesterday. Yesterday I didn't have to do anything until like 5:30 in the evening. All right, let me get this. Discharging. Yes. Okay, good. At the very least, it's not going down. Yesterday, I was like at 40% by the time I had to go do the thing I had to do, so I'm going to try to not do that. Okay. There we go. Okay, I got a leg on this table that is not in place. It doesn't get held in place. Eventually, I might fix it. That'd be good. It's probably just like a easy fix. Just gotta get a latch from Home Depot. All right. Yes, me. I'll be back. Got a spoon. Oh, ow. I don't know what that was about, but hopefully it's nothing too bad. My joint was having ideas. It makes you wonder, like, how much. Because my grandma on my dad's side had, I want to say rheumatoid, but I guess it could have been osteo. But either way, arthritis. And I'm like, okay, hopefully that's one of those genes I don't pick up. I don't know. It just seems like a pain. Let's see. I'm gonna try to figure out what I was listening to yesterday. That seemed like a fun time. Okay, cool. Let's do that again. El sudor por estrés. Wow. I'm hoping Walmart's back to school is as good as it usually is, but I don't really know with all this tariff, this and that. Hopefully they figure out a way to keep it reasonable. Konami has a survival game? That's weird. Hello, Melanie DeSilly. Thanks for saying hi. How are you doing? It's still 4th of July weekend, so might as well celebrate. The talent's here, the resources are here. The talent's there. Alright. Huh? Oh, Melanie DeSilly says, I'm a huge fan. You're amazing. Oh. You're very sweet. Thank you. Alright, let's be bummed out with some taps real quick, I guess. Alright. We're just having eat and chill time here. Now I gotta go do a thing. Yeah, July 4th. Woo-hoo. I mean, that was yesterday, but you know, weekend. Weekends are weekends. We celebrate. Nothing wrong with that. Oh. So, Melanie DeSilly says, do you do song requests? Yes, but I can't just off the cuff take one now. So how song requests work? There's two ways. If you're interested in getting shorts done, your best bet is to leave a comment on another short, and with the request for that. Now, as far as lives, as far as requests during live, it does have to be that exact dancing live stream, and it has to be an actual time where I'm taking requests, and it also has to meet whatever the theme is for that day. So Monday is Monday Mood Control. Those are moody songs. Tuesday's Tuesday Groovin'. Those are groovy songs. Wednesday's Wednesday Lovin'. Those are love songs. Thursday's Thursday Throwback. That has to be in my throwback, which is 1988 through 2004 currently. Then there's Friday Sound Off. That's soundtracks. Typically it's about movies, TV, video games, but also operas can work, or like, especially musicals, like if it was like in a theater. So, oddly enough, we came across an exception yesterday because it was 4th of July, and technically speaking, that is the soundtrack of the country. So that was a very rare exception to that. That ended up being yesterday was dance along to the Capitol, a Capitol 4th, which is a concert they do over in Washington, D.C. every 4th of July. So thankfully they had their broadcast available on YouTube on PBS channel. So although I wasn't able to do it in real time, it was still a nice thing to dance to for 20 minutes. Saturday is dance break. That's open jarring. Saturday dance break. Sunday dance break, also open jarring. And those are both open jarring. So pretty much any song. But again, I have to be doing requests, and it can't be an NCS stream. That's the other thing. Because NCS, unless you happen to have a song request that's an NCS song. Yes, I tend to like to get little breaks from content ID issues. So those are good for that. So number one thing they all have in common is they have to be appropriate in language and theme PG-13 max. Okay, Millie DeSilly, so sounds great. Smiles. And then, do you know who Sabrina Carpenter is? Yeah. So far, I've done shorts to espresso. And I've done lives. I've featured her in some lives. Espresso. I couldn't tell you which though. I don't really have a good way to log that yet. Espresso, and then recently I did the I've also done Padcam during a live. I haven't done Manchild yet. That's probably gonna happen at some point. I've done what's that one? I'm trying to blink right now what it's called, but it's the one where it's directed to a lover, I assume a guy, who she's kind of like not want to be bothered by, and she's like, can we just stay home? Like, kind of a menace, but not Mad Child though. All right, breakfast. So you let it steam for a bit, and you mix in. I don't know. It just seems like perfect oatmeal every time when I do it this way. Sorry, I was trying to get a pillow. Didn't work out too well. Okay.
With the value of McDonald's, you can do something.
McDonald's. Hold on. That's better. Hello, hello. Okay, coffee time. Hello, hello. Oh, it's called Colonel Bowie March. Oh, okay. That's fun. feel like I heard that. Some kind of Looney Tunes thing. But makes sense. If it's non-copyright now, it's probably non-copyright then. Alright, I'm some coffee. I'm gonna try to do full water. Yeah, I don't think I have time for full water. That's like if I have at least 2 hours to work with. I guess half water. Alright. Okay. That's it for coffee. I'll get some water. I can just half it up.
That's 8 Platinum Plus. That's free sweaty power gone. I'm stuck on food. That's 8 Platinum Plus.
Alright. Starting water time. Ooh, yeah. Hopefully you're doing well. I'm just chilling a bit before I have to get going to the next thing on my day. So I'm gonna get. Oh, okay, it's just slow. I was like, did that one get thrown out somehow? No, it's just slow build. Oh. So, I'm gonna finish this water, and then I should go and do dishes. That would be good to do. Can't just have things in the sink, and I don't like them just hanging out in the sink. Hi, hi. Okay, that's gonna be it for liquids for the meantime. I'm gonna have to resume liquids when I get back home. I don't like being stuck. Okay, before I get to dish this time, I'm gonna just try some stretching. Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh, it's nice being on summer. Last week was a little rough. That's why I had to take a break from dancing time. But I got to do a little more dancing yesterday. That's fine. Looking forward to more dancing today. But not right now. Later after I get back from what I gotta go do. But I could get some stretching in. That would be helpful. Oh, I gotta see what that's about. We're taking a little walk. Oh, look. Alright. I gotta see what that's about. But if I click away from the app, then it messes the stream up. So, computer time for a bit. Then I gotta get more stretch it in. Alright, what's it? Oh. Oh. Yeah. Okay, great. That is handy being able to do that. And I have to switch out. Okay. AI. You gotta be. Oh, hold on. I think I know how to fix that. Okay. Oh, gee. Okay. Funny. Oh. Hi, Daniel Williams. How are you doing today? All right. Taps again. If he does, then be it. Oh, yeah. All right. Cool. That's a fun way to bookend. I guess that's what it's all about, though. Government sacrifices. Bummer, but I guess. Awesome. All right. That's fun. Okay. I have a funny way of chilling, I guess. All right. Next up is dishes time. I don't like dirty dishes time. So I gotta clean the dishes time. Okay. I just gotta get ready to go time. So I guess I got half that done. Okay, let's do that. Dirty dishes. Gotta clean up nice. Sorry about the boom. I'm awkward. Okay. Try that again, this time with no falling. We'll see. I'm good at falling. Me and gravity are not on good terms half the time. Well, we make do. Alright, here we go. It's time. So, I don't like the use. Okay, suggestion. This is awesome. The Dawn Power Wash. But I kind of like to try to save it for those really greasy things. It works like a pro, like a champ for that. And lately, my brother got this for me like a year ago. So I've been pretty much using this for all the standard dishes. What I like to do is take this guy. Do the following. Throw this open. Get that water going. Sudsy, sudsy. And I got my dish brush. And for when it really makes sense, the sponge. So the idea is you apply this and you give it the look-see. That's pretty good. Rinse off nice. And then put it over there to dry. This looks like it needs a redo. Take this, spray nice. Dab. Get that going. Done. So I like getting the sponges that have the soft and the rough. I like to get that for both dishes, but also for just in general clean, whether it's kitchen or bathroom. Don't use the same sponge for both, of course. I got my kitchen counter sponge that I could also use for the microwave if I don't feel like doing the... Oh, okay, so here's the thing. You want to use your dish for your cutting board, and you may feel like doing it for your microwave, but definitely use a counter sponge for counters or stove tops or inside the stove. Alright, that's ready for a rinse. Shake, shake, shake. That's better. Okay. Next step. Sometimes the brush doesn't work so good for peanut butter or any other kind of nut butter. So that's when you go and just dab a little bit on the side and use that sponge to get whatever the brush couldn't quite do. Alright. Yeah, oatmeal, that tends to get me. I just when I think I have it and then I see it after it dried, I'm like, why is there still oatmeal? So hopefully I got it this time. Okay. Again, I am in California. I gotta try to do what I can and not waste too much water. So I don't really want to keep it on long. Hence the reason why I have this. So I only have to worry about running water for rinsing. These are awesome for coffee, but you definitely want to make sure you have them face downwards because they tend to not dry very well if you're trying to air dry it and it's faced up or faced upward. All right, let's do this. This also comes in handy for when you gotta get some ready for recycling time. Assuming that's something you do. Okay, that's ready. That's ready. Alright. While I'm here, I might as well work on some trash stuff. My brother was kind enough to get me some more 13-gallon bags. Oh, they smell like things. That's nice. Okay, here we go. As it's pretty thin, but that's okay. I don't usually have like sharp trash anyway. I mainly just have like bags and like food wrappers and like bones on occasion, but so far I haven't run that into issues. And then like produce stuff or like leaves from my plants. Hopefully my plant's doing better. It's been a little too hot. I guess I was watering quite as well as I could have been. It should be fine though. I've had that plant now for, when did I get that plant? Well, it was back when I was working at Walmart. So that had to have been back in, what was that? Before 2011. Or let's just say 2011 at the latest. So it's been a while. So it's been hanging in tough. Let's see. Alright, that's what? Water. That's trash. Okay, do that later. Okay, that seems like trash. Alright, great. I already know this bag is not worth trying to reuse. Thankfully, I got more of those. Alright, cool. Now that's started. So I can finish up some at a later time. Okay, cool. Right, let me finish off these dishes. Then I could do water time. Then I gotta start heading out time. Okay, okay. Okay, that's the dishes. Nice. Okay. Next. Tidy up the sink. Okay. Alright. Alrighty. That's better. Other side. Huh? Oh, Knight said, howdy. Hope you're doing good today so far. Thank you, Knights. Yeah, doing good so far. I'm just wrapping some things up. I'm about to have to head out. How are you today? I hope you had a wonderful time with your family. Okay, that's going to have to work for now. I said I'm doing alright so far. Just cracked a watermelon for me and the birds. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Oh, yay, watermelon. And also, ooh, I didn't know birds eat watermelon. That's cool. Yeah, you're welcome. Alright. I think that's all I feel like doing right now. Because time is not my friend, just as usual. Next up is water. Okay, that should probably be enough until I get back. Okay. I said, oh yeah, one time he broke out and stole a bag of chips. I can't be in that. Oh, that's amazing. Okay. Fine. It's So he actually like figured out how to just open up the chest. Wow. Did he like bite it open, or did he manage to figure out how to pop it open? It's gonna take a while. One of these days I gotta fix this faucet. Ah, be way quicker when this faucet isn't all busted. I'll be not wasting water, and I will love that. Nice side. Oh, okay, rip it. That's funny. I don't know what fell in there. Knight said, well, more just rip it. They have strong beaks. He's a macaw, but the others enjoy them too. Specifically a blue and gold. Yeah, I hear that. That's hilarious. Yeah, my aunt, when I was living in Cincinnati, she used to have a couple of birds. One was an African gray bird called Troy, and the other's name was Redbird. I'm still not really 100% which kind of bird that was, but it was a fun time. Like I mentioned, if I have money, I'd be having like a manager. I'd be doing the dogs and the cats and the birds and the lizards. But my boyfriend would not want to live with me if I had lizards, so I gotta bear that in mind. He's not a fan of the reptiles so much. Oh, alright. I don't know though if I'd go for tarantula. They seem fine, but maybe no. Maybe not tarantula. One time I did tutoring. One time I did tutoring at somebody's house, and they actually kind of had a. I was helping the student, of course, but the parents had some kind of like, at least that one of the parents had like this like self-ran pet store they had out of their house, and that's what they did was they pretty much bred or procured in other ways. I never asked snakes and tarantulas and stuff. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, not vocally, but in my head, I'm like, okay then, I guess. I wonder if they're still doing that. That was like years ago. Like, wouldn't you be worried that like the tarantula will like escape? But like, I can say having that experience, and I had to just kind of watch the tarantula just mellow, and I'm like, oh, that's not too bad. They're okay, I guess. As long as you know where they are. Knight said, that's awesome. They can get into crazy things. And oh yeah, trust me, they can be pricey. But I look at more of it. It's a whole lifetime pet with right care. Oh no, agreed. Some other family that I help, they also have birds. And yeah, long time birds can be around for way longer than dogs or cats. But it's a bummer though, like when they do pass on, because that's their experience, is one of their birds passed away. It can hurt. Yeah, I guess it all hurts. All right, so that's it for dishes and water, and I got ready to go. I'm almost ready, but not quite. Trick table is trick table. Okay. Oops. Okay. Staying on theme. And then, nice said. That's cool. Honestly, I don't deal with that stuff. Oh, no, I hear you. Like, I wouldn't do that by choice. It's just a matter of sometimes you just come across interesting situations when you're having to work a job and you gotta deal with people you don't know and you gotta be in their homes and you're just, at the very least, it's interesting opportunities for learning time, I guess. Okay, let's see. Oh, let me not do what I did yesterday and completely forget my glasses. Kind of need those for the sun. I mean, I do have backup sunglasses, but these just seem to work better. Let's see here. Nice said, yeah, it can be definitely be a bad situation. It can be, but thankfully I've been pretty blessed. So, where I didn't have like anything like major crazy happening yet. Knock on wood, you know? Because that's probably something I'm going to have to start doing again soon, is tutoring. At the time, it was still um, pre-Trump admin one. It was still Obama for 8 years. So for part of that time, they had what was still left over from Bush Jr. with the No Child Left Behind. So, so during all of that, there was free tutoring for those struggling families. But unfortunately, that's something that got phased out after Obama started going in full swing, and then things got switched over to Common Core. But like that was the best though, like just having tutors available to people wherein they didn't have to pay for it, and try to have an opportunity to help the grades. Sometimes it's a situation where they didn't properly schedule for it though, they didn't take it serious enough. That was a bit of a bummer. But all in all, I had a good experience. I already did a full brush earlier, so I'm just trying to brush off the coffee real quick. I did a live about this a few months ago, this particular toothbrush. The short version is it's a Aquasonic Black Series. It's an electric toothbrush. And at least in my case, it's dentist approved because I had to get a deep cleaning in 2 parts. And when I went in for the second part just recently, he was like impressed how well I was keeping up the part he did in April. So yay. Okay, there's that. And I already did everything else before I started streaming. I gotta do a car walk. Okay, keys. Check. Nice set, yeah, definitely. That's awesome though. At least you got to experience it. That's the point of life. The experiences. Agreed. Okay. I'm a bit OCD with some things. I'm not saying I got a condition or a diagnosis or anything, but I like to make sure the blinds are all blinded. Okay. Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta do a quick little break before I head out the door. Okay. Howdy. Alright. Get ready to head out. Okay. Like Carrie did, I appreciate that. Next time to worry about dragging bags anywhere. Knight said, "You're all good. You understand? My mother was the same way." Oh, I understand. Okay, cool. Alright, here we go. Ooh, nice time. I have all my things that I'm expecting to have. Yes. Okay, cool. All right, there we go. Sounds like the Wi-Fi. I keep forgetting that part. But yeah, nice out today. Good thing I changed my shirt though. The other one's too much polyester. Usually with my job, I don't really know what I'm gonna do. Kind of similar to these streams, or any of the streams I do, I guess. But hey, I don't personally find there anything wrong with spontaneity. Night said, my brother needs my help, so I'm going to head out. I'll most likely hop back on later on. Oh yeah, for sure. If I'm not streaming this, the plan is to stream something when I get back home. At least one other stream after I get back home. Go ahead and help your brother out. That sounds awesome. I'm a believer in one being one's brother's keeper. I think that's a great thing. Wait. Even if they're all frustrated about it, I swear. Nice to have people appreciate things. And be a person who appreciates things. And people. Whew. Alright. Waiting. Night set sounds good. Have a good one. Strong arm. Awesome. Thank you. You too. Wait nicely. Right. 12, 11, 9. Okay. Walking nicely time. Howdy. I'm about to end the stream. I gotta get on to the next part of my day. Whew. Oh, these glasses are so helpful. Having the blue blockers and also the transition. Oh, so helpful. My eyes don't yell at me as much. I like that. Doggy. Oh. Okay. Okay, then. Almost to my destination. Whew. My timing is a bit off, but I think I'll be okay. where I'm trying to be. Then I'm going to close out the stream so I can focus on safety and communication with people I need to be communicating with. Outside of you guys, of course. It's called I have a limited amount of time. Trying to do a lot of things. Okay. I'm going to do stuff with the dirt. Okay, so it does seem like they're going to just limit things to this area. Okay, great. That makes sense. Ooh. So if they're only looking for a certain feature, that means they shouldn't have to do anything in an area that doesn't have that feature. So, I hope so. Life would be simpler then. Goodness knows. Simple is great. Oh, I strive for simple. Really doesn't seem to stay that way. Ooh, I don't know why. Butterfly. I would love to share it with you, the butterfly, but I'm not trying to dox myself. Butterfly. Alright. Okay. Here I am. This is where I'm getting to. Mission accomplished. Keep losing my stuff. Oh no, it's right there. Oh, great. Good. I didn't lose it. I just didn't put it in the right place. Apparently. Okay. Yep. Good. Yay. Oh, wait. I gotta go. Thank you so much, Knights. Thank you, Nightbot. Thank you, Millie, Docilly. Thank you, Daniel Williams. And thank you to anyone who I may have missed. And thank you to anyone who might check this out in the future. Stranger things have happened. And whenever, wherever, however, whatever. Just make the most of it. That's the most important part. Bye-bye.